it's Caitlin. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a pregnancy update. Finally, it's my 30-week pregnancy update, and this is actually my first one because I slacked my entire pregnancy, and now I'm like, oh, I should probably actually start doing these before I have this baby. So, got my 30-week pregnancy update. I'm going to tell you what the baby weighs and the size. So the baby is the size of a cabbage according to this app. I feel like it depends on which app you look at. And then the weight, oh, it won't let me see. The baby's length is 15.7 inches, which seems really big. Like, my son was born at 17 inches at 36 weeks. Granted, he was very short. And then the weight is 2.9 pounds. According to this app, this is the Nurture app. It seems really, really big. I mean, I guess my stomach's pretty big though, so it makes sense. Been feeling a lot of symptoms lately, guys, so we're just gonna get right into the symptoms. So first symptom would be that I am craving sweets like crazy. Like the whole pregnancy I've definitely been craving sweets, but lately it's been really bad. All I want is like cake and cookies and chocolate and cereal. Just give me all the sweets, I will eat it all. It's really bad, and I'm trying to like not indulge too much, but definitely have been indulging probably more than I should. If I look down, sorry, I have my notes because you know I'm gonna forget stuff because pregnancy brain. And along with craving sweets, I've definitely just been really, really, really hungry, which again, like the whole second trimester, I feel like I was hungry and it still has not stopped. I'm just hungry. Like I need to definitely eat in between meals or I'm just like hangry, and I feel like my blood sugar gets low because I get dizzy and just faint and I don't feel good. So definitely hungry. And now for the not so fun symptoms is that I've been having a ton of Braxton Hicks, which I also had with my son. I definitely feel like I have more Braxton Hicks than most people because it's like constant. They say go on if you get more than 5 an hour, and you guys, I have like 5 an hour all the time. Definitely multiple times a day I have that. So it's just, I don't know. My body just is really good with contractions, I guess, but they have been getting a little bit more intense. Not like I'm concerned about labor, but they're definitely getting worse in this past week, where I just like, they take my breath away a little bit, whereas before it was just like I could feel my belly tensing up. To just put it bluntly, I am so uncomfortable. Like, so uncomfortable and so over this pregnancy, which maybe it's because I've been pregnant for so long. I mean, after I have this baby, out of 2 years, I will have been pregnant for 1.5 years of them. And I'm over it. I'm ready to have my body back and to like not be pregnant. I've been having a really, really hard time sleeping just because I'm uncomfortable. And it's just like in my belly, like when I lay down, I lay on my side and I'm just like uncomfortable. I sleep with a body pillow and it's just like not cutting it. Sometimes I wish I would have invested in a pregnancy pillow, but I feel like at this point I just don't want to spend the money because I only have like 10 weeks left. So I'll just suck it up and move on. A lot of the symptoms that I had in the first trimester are coming back, like fatigue and just being super emotional. I don't know why, but I've cried like a lot in the past week. I think I've just been really overwhelmed, and like the fact that I'm not feeling super great, I'm sure does not help. So I've been really emotional and yeah, just really fatigued again. Like my energy's low, but I've also been doing more because I've been nesting. So I've hardcore just been wanting to like organize and clean and redecorate. And so I know I'm probably using more energy doing that, so that might be why I'm a little more tired too. And then I've also been back into YouTube, so I've been actually like editing later in the night and getting up early and stuff like that. But yeah, I've just been pretty tired and fatigued and emotional. My poor husband. Like the emotions, I mean, I probably wouldn't want to deal with me. Another thing that I should mention is how sore my muscles have been. It's very strange, like just my arm muscles and like my quads and my legs have been super sore. I don't know if that's a pregnancy thing or what. I know I carry my son around all day. He's 14 months old, if you don't know, or almost 14 months. And he weighs probably like 23 or 24 pounds. I mean, he's pretty big, and I'm carrying him around all day, and I think my stomach muscles just probably aren't, you know, where they normally would be at. So I think I'm feeling it like in my arms and my legs, but oh my gosh, my muscles are so achy by the end of the day, especially if we have been like gone from the house all day and I've had to carry him a lot. I get really, really, really exhausted. Last symptom is just the amount of anxiety that I have been experiencing, which I definitely had anxiety with my pregnancy with my son. It's a lot worse this time around, but I think I'm actually coping with it a lot better, partially because I'm busier with him. But I'm having a lot of anxiety about the movement, because if you don't know what happened, my son, he stopped moving when I was 36 weeks pregnant, and I got a C-section immediately because he was in like severe fetal distress. We don't know why, so it's just like really caused me a lot of anxiety and stress this time on like, is it gonna happen with this baby, because we don't know what caused it. So it's very stressful, and I've been like trying to pay attention to the movement, but I also try and like, I pay attention to it, but I try and not focus my day around it, if that makes sense. Like, I'd say every couple hours I like think, okay, I felt the baby move, right? And it's been really hard, and I'm trying to deal with that and like not focus my whole day on it, because it's been really hard, definitely. And as far as the baby's movement, this baby is not as active as my son. My son was crazy active. He was like constantly moving, whereas this baby is not like that. It's definitely less frequent, and it's a different type of movement. My son did a lot of kicks, and this baby, it's more like pushing out and jabs with the elbow and like smaller movements, so I don't notice them as much. And then I'm also busy with my son too, so I'm sure I just don't notice them. I don't really notice the movement until I sit down. So, and that's what's going on with movement. It's definitely causing me some anxiety, but I'm trying to like keep a rein on it and keep my composure for the next 10 weeks. I feel like from 36 weeks to 40 weeks are going to be the hardest for me, because 36 weeks is when my son stopped moving. So say a little prayer that I can get through it. It's definitely a challenge, but that's okay. It'll be worth it in the end. So I haven't talked about this at all, but at my anatomy scan at 20 weeks, everything looked good, except for the fact that our baby did have a cyst on their brain. Apparently it's very, very common, like way more common, and my doctor's not concerned. She doesn't even want to do a follow-up ultrasound, which I'm a little like, I kind of wish we were doing one, but she said she's like 100% confident that it's fine, and the radiologist also said it's completely fine and completely normal, and that it just goes away on their own. So that's also been on my mind, but I don't know, I'm trusting my doctor that it's fine. Plus there's nothing you can do about it if it really was something. The disorder that it could be, if it was actually something, is like super rare, and usually there's a lot of other deformities. So everything else looked good at the anatomy scan, so she said there's no concern for anything else basically. At my 28-week appointment, which was like 2.5 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, 2.5, 3 weeks, something like that, I did do my glucose test and I passed that with flying colors. I was nervous this time around because I've definitely been feeling like low blood sugar. I get very like weak and shaky if I don't eat, so I'm like, oh, that's definitely blood sugar related. So I thought I could potentially have it, but yeah, I passed with flying colors. I think my blood sugar was only 75 or 80, like it was actually pretty low, which makes sense as to why I've been having low blood sugar. But happy that's done, and I don't have to do it again, because that drink is not my favorite. I'm getting very, 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 very nervous for labor and delivery. Like I mentioned, I had a C-section with my son. It was emergency, and this time around I plan to do a VBAC. So as long as everything goes good, I should be doing a VBAC, but I'm definitely very, very nervous about it, because these babies will only be like 15 to 16 months apart. So it's pretty close for a VBAC, but my doctor's comfortable with it. So I'm just gonna trust that she knows what she's talking about, and that everything will go fine. But there is always the chance of uterine rupture. But on the flip side, C-sections also have a lot of risks, and it just like increases with each baby. And this probably won't be our last one, although we're undecided at this point. Well, I gotta talk to my doctor a little bit more about our labor plans because it's getting close. I mean, I'll be 31 weeks on Thursday, and I had Easton at 36 weeks. So I'm definitely like getting around to the part where we could be nearing labor. So I really want to get this figured out and kind of like have a plan and come up with a birth plan. I plan to do like a VBAC birth plan and then a C-section birth plan. If I have to have a C-section, it's okay with me. I just want what's safest for the baby and for myself. But I definitely would prefer a VBAC because I don't want to have so many C-sections. It was really, really hard on me. And the other thing is I can't lift Easton for 6 weeks if I have a C-section, and he is so small at this point that I still need to be lifting him into his crib and into his height chair. Like, I don't even know how I would manage that. My husband can only take maybe a week off of work because it's just the busy season for him. My dad would maybe be able to come stay with me. My mom is pretty busy with work, so it's kind of tough. I don't know what I'd do if I have a C-section, but I mean, we'd figure it out. So that's that whole situation with the VBAC. I'll give an update on it after I talk to my doctor and kind of a plan for my VBAC. I've definitely been feeling like nesting lately. Like, I just want to clean and organize and decorate everything. So I am actually making over our guest bedroom right now, which we haven't really done that room in our house like at all. Like, it's just we just haven't decorated it. We've thrown it together. So we're getting 2 new dressers, probably some new nightstands too, and then we're putting the nursery in there basically. So it'll be like a mini nursery / our master bedroom. But that video should be coming soon because I will be filming it and uploading it for you guys. So, and also I have been wanting to do like just cleaning around the house. I'm gonna be doing freezer meal prep as soon as our kitchen is done, and I'm so excited. It's still probably gonna be about a month, I would say, until our kitchen is done. It's taking longer than we anticipated, but I know it'll be so worth it, and I'm so excited to have the kitchen done. Hence why I'm like filming in a really weird spot right now. There's not very many spots to film, and I can't film upstairs when my son is napping because he wakes up to everything. So I'm downstairs with his noise machine on, and he's stayed sleeping so far, so yay for that. But I think that's it for this pregnancy update. I don't think I missed anything. I suppose I should probably do like a bump shot. Oh, see if I can. So that is the bump at, I'll be 31 weeks on Thursday. But yeah, getting pretty big, and I'm so excited to meet this. But you can see that my belly button, like even through my shirt, you can see that my belly button has like popped. My belly button popped very early, but yeah, that's the belly. I would say that I'm not too much bigger this time than I was with my son. I would say I'm pretty much the same, maybe a little bit bigger, although my belly I feel like is shaped different. With my son it was very low and kind of like pointed almost on the bottom, and this time around it's a little more round. So we'll see if it's a girl. I really think it's a girl, but I don't think that just because of my belly shape. So anyway, I will be doing updates a lot more consistently now, so if you want to see pregnancy updates, make sure you hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do?